What's up, guys? 2K Jasper here. Today we're going to go over a 7-foot center. I got the idea from Joe Knows, and I kind of just reworked it a little bit to make it a little bit more effective in other areas. Basically, for the average 2K player that's looking for a good center that can't get away with some of the attributes that he had on his build. Went with the 87 dunk. We'll have the opportunity to cap break that to 89 for both of the pro contact dunks. Went with the 88 standing dunk, which will be capping 2 on our standing dunk. I believe Joe had a 75 midi on his big. We have an 80. Pair that with the post controls, you will get gold post fade, which you can +1 or +2. I think that's definitely a good avenue to go if you want to score in the post. Having that ability to kind of take pressure off your point guards and get a bucket in the post is huge. 78-3, I would recommend to specialize in shooting on this build, so you can, plus those shooting badges up, to HOF. Also, your 2 caps that you will be getting from your specialization, you will be using that towards your vertical, and we'll go over that here in a second. 87 pass. Joe had a 93 pass. I think 87 is more than enough. Passing this year is just bad. I've had builds that had 99 pass. I've had teammates with 99 pass, and I've seen them throw the ball away 3-4 times in a row down the floor. There's a lot of RNG in pass, and I don't think it's worth that many attributes to put the pass up any higher than that. At 87, you can always +1 or +2 break starter if you wanted. You got the 65 ball handle, so you will be able to get all the dribble animations that he was using, the 55 speed with ball to go with it. 71 interior, and I'll show you what we're going to do in the future with that. 62 perimeter. I think on Joe's he had a 30, or it was very, very low. This build will have a 62 perimeter, so you will get that bronze immovable forcer badge, and you can +1 or +2 it. 53 steel, we will cap break this 1 time, and you'll get that 60 steel. 54, with 5 cap breakers, this will get up to an 84, and you still have the 94 offensive and defensive rebounding. So you will have that legend rebounding. You will be able to dominate the boards on both ends of the floor. This build has, I gave him a 72 steel. I believe Joe had a 68 steel, so it is faster, higher agility. It has lower strength. We had to sacrifice one area kind of this build to kind of get that perimeter defense. I think that's is much needed to get a little bit higher mid-range shooting, so you can hit those post fades and have that different way of scoring in the post. 79 vert, and we will be adding 2 caps to that to get that 83 for that Hall of Fame pogo. I believe Joe had an 82 vert. It stopped at 82 because of the weight. I think that's a big advantage for a build like this that's dominating on the boards, that's fast and athletic, to have that 83 Hall of Fame pogo. Here's the cap breaker screen. We kind of went over the attributes, but I'll show you which cap breakers is most important to put on first. Definitely the defensive and offensive rebound here. So you go 5 to your defensive rebound, you will get a 99. 5 to your offense, you can get a 99. Now, 94 offensive is also really good. You will have legend rebounding. So with a 94 on the offensive side of the floor, going in there and getting extra possessions, that's definitely doable with a 94 already. So if you want to save some caps here, you can, and you can put them in other areas, and I'll show you exactly where to put those. 5 caps here will get you to that 84 block. You will have the silver paint patroller. 1 cap here will get you that 60 steel. You already have that 62 perimeter. You're going to specialize in shooting on this build, the 80-75, but you're going to use your 2 caps towards this vert here. So you're going to go 81 vert, 83 vert. So you will get that HOF pogo stick with this build. Move over here to the finishing. 87 dunk. If you feel like you're good with that, you can stay there. If you want to go to that 89 range, it's going to cost you 2 caps here, but I think you'd be good with just an 87, and you can save some caps to put somewhere else. 88 standing, you want that 90 for that gold rise up. you're going to use 2 caps here. Now, the post control, I think Joe's build had the 87. We definitely had the sacrifice in some areas, so I believe post control, that post poet, I don't think is a huge bonus to have. If you do want to have it, you can use 1 whole cap here, but you're going to be just fine without it. Back over here into the interior defense. So if you do save some caps here with your offensive rebound, if you just go 95 or 96, you will have room here to get 75, 79, 82 interior. So now you can pair this 82 interior with that 84 block, which is going to be huge for a 7-foot center like this. I think Joe's build had a 70 interior. This build, you'll get that silver post move block down. And block is absolutely terrible this year. The only people that are affecting anything at the rim are people with high interior defense. So if you have higher interior defense, you will shrink that green window and you will get a lot better contests at the rim. Block is just way too random to use too many attributes on it. Again, here, use specialization for these to get this up to an 83. If you do want to get more passing, you do have the opportunity. So you do have a +2 here, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93. You can get that 93 pass if you don't feel comfortable at 87. You can get that 93, but it's going to cost you 5 cap breakers. So you have to make a decision there, which direction you want to go. So, I mean, you're definitely going to use 5 cap breakers here. You're definitely going to use 5 cap breakers here on your block. So that's 10. You can put something towards your offensive rebound. If you don't want to go that direction, you can put 1 on your steal. That's 11. 2 here, 12, 13 for that 89 dunking. 14, 15 to get that 90 standing. And then you have some wiggle room here to kind of mess with your interior. You could put up your post control if you wanted to. I wouldn't recommend that. You could put up your pass and try to work towards that 93 pass. So yeah, so you will have the opportunity. Definitely a direction you can go is if you want to just put that +5 on your offensive instead of your defensive. That's also option 2. So if you're a guy that say, hey, I want this 99 offensive, I think I'm good with that 94, you can definitely save some caps here. And that is the build, the reworked 7-foot meta center that Joe Knows created. Got the idea from him. I just kind of tweaked it a little bit for the average 2K player. I think it's a lot more effective in other areas. You're going to be able to move a little bit better. You will get higher interior, which is huge. You have more speed, a little less pass. You have more opportunities in the post to score with this 80 midi and that gold post fade. And yeah, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.